Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And Brady's throw there incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On second down now, Bernard. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He completes it to Evans. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. They'll run on first down. Bernard. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Eluding the pressure right. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down is Allen. Forced out to his left. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw, it's Allen. He hits Beasley right side. Touchdown, Bills. Devin Singletary in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey, ball 66.
Here's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here. Right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, now Brady. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2nd down and 5. Again, it's Fournette. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a play fake. Brady. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Bernard, touchdown, Buccaneers.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned how slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
From the 27, Allen. And Diggs has it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. On first down, Allen. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On the give, this is Singletary. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Allen going to go on 4th down. Here's a diving catch right side.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Tight dog. Go Bandit! Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check the hot read. Shit. Check it. Hey, pick these picks. Hot. Hey, watch it.
On 2nd down, Bernard. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Under 10.
On play action, it's Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33. To throw is Brady. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. They just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Play action, now it's Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tyler Johnson there to make the grab. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Succop for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He's going to go deep for Beasley. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Allen's throw is complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Bills on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Allen to throw once more. Steps away to his left. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Allen now on first down. Buying time to his left. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie there to make the grab. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. It's caught at the 1. And he is going to get in for the 2. Although there is a flag on the field, but it looked like a defender jumped. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Off the play fake. Brady. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehair. And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, here's Bernard. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 33 yards. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Allen will try to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Now this time, Brady will throw. This is caught by Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Brady now on first down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brady gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Brady going to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions. And here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield. He was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On third down, Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Now, a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Now Allen. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Allen. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that would just about put a capper on this game. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He gets this complete to Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we are underway here in Las Vegas.
Here we go. Here we go. Check out. 185. Let's get this. Check 93's the mic. 93.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Carr. They've got his man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Pushes him over. A second pin has fallen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run for it with Harris. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Roethlisberger will throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And the Raiders have got him. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. Finds a seam inside the 40. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and start shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big playability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Raiders pick it up. Now he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he rips that one incomplete there.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Check, no.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
You better be afraid of me. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the shift, right now. Watch the shift, watch the shift.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side with Harris. He's got room to run past the 20 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And he will take this across midfield and down the 48-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, Jacobs. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Highsmith gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 95 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
On second down now, Richard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Shotgun now for Carr. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in field goal range. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Let's face it.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Second and 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Carr. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And not a good return here at all as he'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On 3rd down, here's Harris, powering his way forward. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Raiders 14. Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
It got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Bryan Edwards,
51 yards.
And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. This is Harris. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Roethlisberger.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
On 1st down, it's Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They hand this off to Harris. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Fourth down. Here's Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll go down at the 28. 174 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down and 4, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 21. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Check. say nothing. Hey, check right.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Check your hot read. Raider 1. Shit.
On play action, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Carr to throw. He'll swing this one out to Richard. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And the Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
To throw is Carr. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14.
Six guys, check 6 guys.
First down. 734. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All day, just like that, just like that.
Carr to throw again. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 181 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he takes this one back. back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. A gain of 3, second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run with Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. They're going for it. This is Harris. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Carr. They'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Carr to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
One final try now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.